So today we are going to prepare Hauza Koko. So I have already prepped, that is washed, soaked overnight my millet so it's clean. Then I have my spices here, pepper, ginger, and then I'm using some cloves. You can add black pepper if you want. I think mine is already blended, so I'll add a little. And then you can also add mentia. Yes, so the spices, basically these are the spices. It depends on how spicy you want it. Okay, so I'm going to do the blending and then let's get it started. Okay, so I'm done with the grinding. This is how I did mine because I want to mold some and then leave it in the freezer, freeze it so that anytime I want cocoa, Hausa cocoa, I'll just unfreeze it and then get the cocoa out of it. So today what I'm going to do is I'll just mold it. I'll mold some with water. I'll let you see how after molding it will be, and then I'll keep it in the freezer. Then the remaining I will now mix it with water into a liquid form, then drain the juice out of it and then keep it and let it ferment overnight before using it for cocoa. Okay, so this is the 4 balls. I got 4 balls out of them. So you can see I've molded them into 4 big balls. You can mold it into smaller portions depending on how you want it. If you want it, yes, so I'm just keeping it in this form. Then I'll put it in a polythene, okay, or a zip bag or a ziplock, and then a ziplock bag, and then you just put it in your freezer. So the remaining that is what is left, I'm going to just keep this one and then add water to it, drain the juice out of them, and then leave it to ferment for a day, and then I'll prepare my cocoa with it tomorrow morning. Okay, so I'm done with my final, as you can see, this is my final sieving. Okay, and this is what I'm having. Okay, the remaining one that I said I'll leave it and use it for cocoa tomorrow. So I'm done with it. I'm going to leave it, cover it, and leave it overnight for for the water to, the millet to settle under, and then the water on top, and then 2 for it to ferment. So I'm leaving it now. I'll cover it tomorrow morning. Prepare Hausa cocoa. Good morning. So it's morning and our Hausa cocoa has settled down beautifully. As you can see, it has settled down. So I will pour the water on top. You see, I'll pour the water on top. I'll set it aside and then I'll boil. Then I'll proceed with the cocoa. So the water is boiling now. I will fetch some because I'm just preparing a little to drink, and then I'll pour the mixture in. So I have poured it in, and then I will stir, but make sure the fire is off, okay, until I get the consistency I want. So this is the consistency I want. As you can see, it's not too thick, not too light. So I've gotten the consistency I want. If you are doing it, you add a mixture, okay, to it, the cocoa mixture to the water, and you see that it is very light, you can still add more. So you make sure that the water that you put on fire is not too much. And then if it's even too much, you fetch some aside before you put the mixture in. So that is it. And when you put the mixture in and see that it's too watery and you want to add more and you think the water is very low, you can still go ahead and on the fire very fast and let it boil, come to a boil, and then off it. So the Hauza Koko is ready. I'm going to add my sugar to taste and groundnut. I don't really like milk with my Hauza Koko, so this is the consistency that I wanted. Not too light, not too thick. That's how I want my Hauza Koko. So I'll add the sugar and the granules. So I've added my peanuts and my sugar to my taste. I'm going to mix it, then I'll start eating. As I said, what you do is when you are preparing it, let the water really boil. Immediately you see that it's boiling, leave it, let it boil for about 10 minutes, really hot, before you pour it in, so that it will be very hot to be able to really cook it, because immediately you pour it inside, you have to off the fire. So you off the fire before you pour it in. So it has to be very hot. So leave it and let the water boil really to the highest point. Yes, maybe 15 minutes. Yes, but then if you are doing plenty, like more than what I did, mine is just a small quantity, you make sure you leave it, let the water really boil. If I say boil, let it boil. Okay, so let me leave you. Let me go enjoy my Hauza Koko now. Okay, with some tea bread for now. Another time, prepare it with akala or kosi and pinkasu. Bye. As you can see, I'm almost done eating, but then I have to chip something in. As I was saying, if you are not sure of the spices to use and you don't want it to be too spicy that you cannot eat, just do minimum spices. Do the grinding, go and grind it, mill it and everything. Then take the portion that you want, follow the process that I did. Okay, sieving it and leaving it overnight. When you are about to, and then pour the water from the millets, the strained millets mixture. Pour the water, boil it. As you are about mixing the millets, okay, the millets with the boiled water, you can add black pepper. If you have the grinded one, you can add it. You can add the dry grounded red peppers too, a little. If that is only if the spices that you have used, okay, after soaking it, after leaving it overnight, if it has reduced, so when you taste it, you don't feel it so spicy and you want a little spice, you can add it. You can add it, stir, and then now go and pour it into the hot water and then do your mixing. That's all. Okay, you can leave your comments and questions below. You can leave your comments and questions, okay, and I'll gladly answer. Thank you.